Drink more water, or you might die. What is up guys, Jack here with another video. Sorry for a bit of an awkward message there. It was one of the songs of one of my favorite rappers called Mick Jenkins, who I listened to on my way here, my home. But you see, the weather was so good outside. And what's the weather right now?
Right now in Allsgard it's 19 degrees and sunny.
19 degrees Celsius, and which is not so common in this time of the year here in Denmark, because it's supposedly cold past the month of April, and then May finally gets warm. But nevertheless, it's enjoyable, and I'm also wearing pink. Yes, pink, the manliest color of all. And the reason why I'm actually wearing pink is because I am attempting to do a bit of a minimalistic lifestyle, in that I was sorting some of my stuff and found this old shirt. Oh, pullover is the right word to use for this. Like, coming from a family of people that simply just hoard things, like my parents never throw anything away because it's either being given to charity or it just stays home. So gotta change that up a bit. But I guess that the concept of weather and family is very important, at least for the two videos that I'm about to watch, because we have yet another Tales of Runeterra, now starring the Freljord, the Raid, and then we are also going to be looking at the Shadow Isles. Two very interesting story points in the lore of League of Legends, because compared to kingdoms like Noxus, Ionia, or even Demacia, these are like tribes that always are fighting against one another. At least from what I remember and from what I gathered from here, with the main man Braum here being in the thumbnail. Like, quick interjection, Braum is everything that any man aspired to be, like a big towering mountain of kindness. Seriously, Braum is one of those people who do so many good deeds that they are over exaggerated. But this one is called the Raid. I am going to assume that it's one of the factions that is going to be coming in there. You have the likes of Ash, for example, leading the Avarosa, and Sejuani leading her people, the Winter Claws. Like, come on, couldn't get a more original name. You have the demigods like Volibear and all that. And of course, another cool character whose arm is a lot stronger than the other. I want to make like a very bad joke, but let's keep it cool. No pun intended. But it's a raid nonetheless. We of course have main bitch herself.
Watch your profanity.
Lysandra, who's always lurking in the shadows and trying to create trouble. But without further ado, guys, let's check what this is about. Well, it's definitely a raid. It's already burning.
In the Freljord, we all come from the same family. And like all families, we fight.
Keep moving! Catch up to the others. We'll hold them off.
Oof. It's quite funny that it's so... Oh no, not in the Achilles tendon. And she can still stand. Impressive.
Cousin, we must leave.
I can't
Cousin.
move. Stop!
Yeah, man. Being so massive has its disadvantages. So I'm guessing Lysandra is behind this because of the helmet. But that's Iceborne magic.
Raise him well.
Woof.
Come, little one.
Go, Braum. Oh, nice. Oh,
In the Freljord, the fighting tears us apart. But we only survive together.
That massive door.
As a family.
Oh, okay. Nonetheless, it has a cool ending. And of course the enemies left because they forgot to double tap. You always double tap. That's nice. Now, interesting though, he said cousin. This doesn't ring a bell. Like for a moment, I thought that would have been Ash because of the hair, but then I saw the sword.
It's free real estate.
Since she's using true ice magic, right? Lysandra is after that. She wants to gather all the people who possess those abilities, which makes it very odd that they seemingly would have wanted to kill her. It doesn't really make much sense. Quite an interesting undertaking, so I'm looking forward to see where this is going. But on the other hand of that, we now have the tales of the Shadow Isles. Call non-escape. Obviously, it's a nice mention to different things. First and foremost, because the Shadow Isles have one of the two worst characters in the entire lore of League. One being the most hated, or the biggest troll in my opinion, Thresh. First and foremost, how does the guy have dreadlocks made out of bones? Doesn't make sense. And the second, of course, would be Hurricane. Like, from what I remember from the lore of this, it was all the way back in, the Freljord, they were introduced in 2013. At least Lysandra. Her entire plot, but then came the Shadow Isles, and I mean, Thresh is such a dick. Like from the first thing, we all know the story of Lucian and Senna, how she was trapped for many years and how he constantly tormented her to come. Now you have like Callista, who was backstabbed by the backstabbing traitor, who wanted to give him the revenge that he wanted, right? But he didn't want to do that. But like the Shadow Isles itself, like I cannot quite remember what caused the destruction of that civilization. I like to call it a civilization because it looked very much like you know, if you remember the Disney movie Atlantis, where like somebody comes with problems, you want to help them, but you tell them, man, we cannot reveal you our secret because we know that it's going to be bad. And of course the king comes back like the idiot that he is and causes trouble. Like, it's the typical tale of hubris. But yeah, something happened during the time that Callista blacked out and everything went to shit. So I cannot quite remember what that was, but perhaps some of you do know that, and please tell me in the comment section below. But let's check out what the Shadow Isles have to offer.
Few know the truth of the Shadow Isles. Even fewer dare to venture there.
I don't recognize the voice. Wait, the clothes there, aren't those Ilawi's people? Woo! Careful, boy.
Perhaps you're not ready. The black mists are reaching further across the waters every year. I can't let that happen. That is what your father said. I'll relight the wards and come right back. I must do this. For him.
I love the aesthetic.
Go.
It's like a mix of Egyptian and Maya at the same time. It's quite cool. Okay, that's a long way to go.
Hello? Father?
Don't. Of course he's going to go. Like, that's rule number 1. You don't venture into unknown territory. Sorry for the stereotype, but you're black. You don't do that. was a trap.
Poor lost soul.
Oh my god. Of course it's him. Who else would it be? See, explain to me how the dreadlocks happen.
Round and round we go.
At this point he's just toying with him, right? Is Lucian going to appear or something? Or Ilawic perhaps? He trips. He bloody trips. He can't... Wait. Of course!
That is the truth of the Isles.
Oh man!
Lured by hope, and we are always waiting.
This man... This thing called Fratch is a dick.
You're a dick. Okay.
Oh the fuck! Come on! Now I kind of love like that one transition and the callback that they made at the end. Like in the beginning, of course, the boy casts his hands out, tries to reach for whatever this plasmic thing is in the air, and of course we see that the ghosts get repelled. Boy then comes at the end, tries to touch and get through the barrier, but he's already dead. And the mom cannot reach him because, obviously, he's gone. And Fresh, man, luring the guy, the poor boy in like bait. With his dad at that. Very interesting is the fact that if you see how, like, the long way that the boy had to go in order to reveal those things. Like, it's a while. That's a long walk. And that's trying to stop the spreading of this thing. What did they call it?
Perhaps you're not ready. The black mists are reaching further across the waters every year.
The black mist. Ah, shit. Man, that sucks. That really sucks. And what a great contrast compared to the story with Brom. Like when you have like that final bit of expectation of, oh, we are actually going to see like a nice ending. No, that's actually kind of nice, showing that Riot, of course, does not. They're not scared of tackling like more dark stuff. That's good. You know, when actions have causality like of a dire significance, it always makes any story a lot better. So I love what they did there. But whew, man, this dude, he needs to be taken down somehow. Like, there's no escape from the Shadow Isles. That much we get. But guys, hope that you liked this reaction of mine. If you liked, of course, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. I like some fair criticism. Of course, answer one of these two questions. One, what is Lysandra's plan again? And number two, what caused the breakdown? Now I know that the arrival of the king trying to slaughter the people that, like the priest that were guarding the Isles before they became the Shadow Isles, kind of sparked some of it. But I don't quite know what made like the entire civilization like to crumble. Like, if one of you has a clue of that, who is well versed, at least well more versed than I am in the lore of it, I'm still learning again. Please let me know in the comment section as well, and I see you guys next time. Bye.